oh, I want to achieve my goals, but you know what? I just don't have time in the day. There's so much to do. People want me here. I've got this job to do and this. I just can't do it. That is how most people sound when they come up with an excuse as to why they don't have time. I'm very glad to be delivering this lecture to you boys. I really am, because I'm going to give you back your fucking time and you're going to enjoy every second of it. The concepts in this video will open your mind and your perspective to where you think I was being a dork. I do have time, and this is how I'm going to give it to you. And I'm not just going to say, oh, find time. Let's go into the weeds of why people think they don't have time to get to the thing that they want. So, people say, I don't have time. And I agree. You don't have time. You don't have time to be saying that. It took 13.8 billion years of cosmetic history for the first human beings to arise. And we did so relatively recently, just 3,000 years ago. 99.9998% of the time that passed since the Big Bang had no human beings on it at all. Our entire species has only existed for the most recent 0.002% of the universe. Of course you don't have time. Look how fucking short your life is. Like, in the grand scheme of things, your life, you're at best 75, 80 years on this earth, and you say I don't have time to go and do the thing or the goal you want to go and achieve. When you zoom out and see it from that perspective, how stupid does that sound? How fucking trivial is the thing that is causing you not to have time in the grand scheme of things? Bearing in mind, you need to be a little bit selfish in this world because you only get 78 years or whatever it is on this earth. So you need to think, how am I going to use those fucking years? Because at the end of it, it doesn't all matter anyway. We're all going to die anyway at that point. So realistically, when you're saying I don't have time, you're just coming up with a stupid excuse. And I don't blame people for this. And the reason I don't blame people for this is they don't really have a purpose that they're working towards. You may have heard people say to you, what is your purpose? And most people will just say, well, the answers, to be honest, online are pretty poor. And it's actually not that easy to understand what your purpose is. And most people don't know what their purpose is. And they'll use that excuse that, well, you never really know what you want to do when you grow up. Let's explain to you what purpose is. Purpose is like an onion. You will have your core purpose in the very center, but to get to it, there are loads of outer layers of your purpose that you need to uncover in order to get to the deep-rooted cause. The way I understand purpose is, what would you do, you personally, if money wasn't an issue? If money wasn't an issue, what would you fucking do? And the reason why that's so powerful is, you are you for a reason. You have a set of interests that get you fired up and out of bed in the morning. And you would think, okay, well, what are those interests? Most of the time, we want the highest state of frequencies, which are love and happiness. You want the maximum amount of that into your life. Of course you do. You want to be loved by others. You want to feel happiness. And you're going to get that by helping other people. So I guarantee you, if I took away all money and you were just left to fulfill your purpose, it would be your personal interest, helping the people that you know need that interest. Like, let's say for me, I help people with fitness because that's my passion. That's what I do for free. I mean, I am doing it for free for a lot of guys because it will bring me the most amount of love from them and happiness for myself. So realistically, that is what your purpose is going to be. Now, the problem is we're too scared to think and act in that direction because society's put a layer over our purpose that must be, oh, well, you need to get a certain amount of money. In fact, let's go all the way back. This first layer of purpose we could call school. You need to go to school and you need to try and be very good at school. And once you've completed that layer of your purpose, which happens automatically when you hit 16, 18, wherever you are in the world, you then go on to the next layer of your purpose, which is you need to now fit into society. What do you do as a job? And what is your career? And as soon as you've been to school and we've put you down in this category, you're now going to go and fit into our next layer of category of purpose, of trying to get a certain amount of money. And guess what the answer is here? Because if you were to do this, and if you had all the money, what would that number be? A lot of you will say a certain figure. A lot of you will say, if I was making £5 a month, great. If I was making 10 grand a month, that'd be enough. 20 grand a month, that'd be enough. Actually, 100 grand a month, that'd be enough. There's one answer to how much money you would need so you could go and fulfill your purpose. Do you know what it is? It's not even a number. More. You always want more, because money, there will never be enough. Human beings have this fucking weakness where they will do something they don't want to do if it means they get money, and they'll push their purpose to the side. But you are only on this earth for a short amount of time. So you're going to trade a year of your life going to doing a job you hate just so you can go and get a certain amount of money to then go and do the thing you want. Was it really worth the amount you got? I bet it weren't even that much money you got anyway. But it's because we're scared to delete this layer of money. If you were doing your interests every day and helping people that need it, do you think you'd be good at it? Do you think you'd wake up early as fuck to be aggressive and make sure people are on it? Anyone that's in my community knows I fucking text you. If you're struggling, I make us check in because I want you to get the fucking result. It's not about the money. A lot of you I do for free because it's about the result. It's about the purpose. It's about helping people. And what do you think is going to come off the back of that? After being really good at something and helping a lot of people. What's in between that? Value. How's money made? Through value. So realistically, weirdly enough, if you just focused on this right from the off, this would take care of itself. But when you focus on the money, where do you think the money starts to go? It starts to run away from you. It's almost like women. Remember when you learnt about women and it's, don't chase women, just make yourself sick and, or sick, I mean cool, I mean like attractive. And they come to you, but it's a weird thing to like understand when you first learn this and you're like fucking 18. The same goes for money. So it's a hard concept to understand, but realistically, when you say you don't have time, it's because you're not working towards the purpose. You're being dragged around here and there because people have put things over the top of you. People have made you obligated to go and do this certain task. Your partner's made you go and do this certain task, so you don't have time to go to the gym. You need to go and fix this part of the house that she wants and you don't really want, so you don't have time. Because people have just put layers and layers and layers of fucking bullshit over your purpose. They put loads of conditions, loads of desires, and guess what? You don't even have time to think about what you really wanted. And before you know it, it's too late, and you can't actually figure out what it is your purpose was because you've got so many other layers. That onion is the biggest onion in the world, and your fucking eyes are streaming from the tears that are coming out from that massive onion that it's hard to even find what the purpose is. So the reason I bring up purpose and relate it to I don't have time, because the real reason when people don't have time is it's not a priority. That's literally what they mean when they say I don't have time. Because you have time, obviously, like we all have the same amount of time, and you will stack your priorities in order, and the time will be allocated to which priority comes first, obviously. So what it means when you don't want to hit a goal, or you don't have time for the goal, is it's not a priority. It's not a priority. And you can say it is, but it isn't, because otherwise you would allocate the time to it. And I know this will hurt your ego, but it's fucking true. Why is it not a priority? Your self-image. Remember the self-image lecture? It's not a priority because you're okay with where you are now. And again, that will hurt your ego, but it's fucking true. Because remember the hot coal rocks analogy? I put you on hot coal rocks. What are you going to do? And run straight off it. You're going to run off as quick as you possibly can because you're on hot coal rocks. Because you don't want that. The same is for your standard of whatever the goal you're trying to achieve. If your standard is well above where you are now, you will move from that point as quick as you fucking can. Guess what? You'll go to the top of the priority list. And guess what you get then? Time. You will have time to go and achieve that goal because it's a fucking priority. So if you're being honest, it's not a priority because you're okay with where you're at in that given field. Your self-image in that given goal of domain of your life, you're okay with. And I may sound like an asshole, and hopefully I do, and hopefully this rubs you up the wrong way because it's what people need to hear. If I'm not at a certain point in my life, it's because for the longest of time, I've been okay with it. And until I wake up and realize this and be like, I'm a piece of shit, I need to fix this point in my life, this is not good enough, only then will I move off the hot coal rocks. Most of the time, people think the challenge mentally is actually going to be bigger and harder than what it actually is. Like getting in shape. I have many conversations with people that are thinking about getting in shape. And I'll start next month because I've just got this, that, and the other. And it's like, I think in their head, they just think it's going to be so much effort. It's going to drain their energy so much to actually get to the goal and start and integrate it into their life that they just can't comprehend it. So they want to put it back to a time where they think their life will be a little bit slower. I mean, boys, you guys that are on the plan, you know. When you start off on this plan, do you have more energy? Fucking right you do. Just from eating proper foods, structured amount, and training and walking and moving your body like you should, like the man you are, you have more energy, don't you? And that is a weird perception because you thought you would have less. So, but I don't blame people for this. Like, they think it will be a harder mental challenge because you don't know what you don't know. And I understand that. I'm the same in a certain task. I will perceive it to be a lot harder than it is because I don't know what I don't know. When in reality, when you start, a lot of it just fucking figures itself out. When you just say, no, I'm going to make time for this. This is a priority. I will do it. Weirdly enough, it actually doesn't take as much time. And you actually end up getting more energy. The next thing I'll say is the reason why it's not a priority is because for the longest time, you've been lazy. But obviously, we're proud human beings. We are never going to admit we are lazy. Even some will, and fair enough. And when you're really lazy, you admit you're lazy. But when you're like slightly procrastinating, slightly productive, you won't admit you're lazy then. Because it challenges all the copes you came up with in the past. It challenges every little bullshit cope you excuse you told yourself. It challenges that. And then when it challenges that, it challenges you as a person. It challenges your identity. It challenges your self-image. And we don't like that because we're being attacked. Maybe not by somebody, but our identity is being attacked. The monkey on our shoulder is getting fucking jabbed constantly when you think in this manner. So we need to accept it. Of course you do. You need to accept that I was a lazy piece of shit. Fine, I accept it and I will change. And I will make it a priority. And then I will have time. And then I will achieve the goal. And then my self-image will rise. And I won't feel like a piece of shit. So the first thing to do is admit, I was lazy. We all are. That's human beings. Because we like to be comfortable. It's not our fault. It's just the way we're programmed. Some aren't. Some more than others. But it's true. And unfortunately, a lot of us have been in the military. And we've achieved a lot of great things. And the problem with that sometimes is you actually rest on that self-set image. And then a period of time will go by. You'll be like, fuck, 6 months have gone by. I've achieved nothing. I've become complacent. And I'm starting to act like a piece of shit. But you still rest on the laurels that you had before. Like, I need to renew my mountain card. I did Kilimanjaro around 2019, end of 2019. That's coming on 4 or 5 years. I need to go and take on a bigger one. Take on a bigger challenge. I no longer can I rest on Kilimanjaro. That's not high enough anymore. And again, have the desire to do more is always a good thing. So we have to challenge our identity. We can't rest on our laurels. A very, very good, a more tangible thing we can look at is Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law is essentially when you allocate a certain amount of time to a task, you will make it take as long as that task. Remember, again, going back to us that have been in the military, remember morning routine on exercise when you're in training. You've never moved so fucking fast in your life. You've never got so much shit done in such a short period of time. Like, I don't need to list everything off that you had to do, but it was literally like boom, 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 boom. He's cooking scoff. We're doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Like, and it still was like a very tight like time frame. Because if once you give yourself a certain amount of time for a certain goal, you will move and make it fit that amount of time. Human beings just fill shit up. If I gave you a certain bag to go on a hike, you'd fill it up to the size of the bag. Your house at home probably is full enough with the stuff that would fill the size of the place. I'm a bit of a minimalist. Like, as I look around this apartment, there is nothing in here that wasn't already here when I got here. I like to just live with minimal stuff and not fill shit up because it's just I hate the stress of it. Anyway, but why not just decrease the time? Why not just, you've set yourself 6 months to get in shape. Why not put it to 4? Obviously, it depends how fucking fat you are and when you start. But like, why not just decrease the time and be like, no, let's get after it and make it happen faster. Because you will do it in the time that's allocated. That's just the way it works. So the next question is, what can we cut? Okay, we understand we're only on this earth for a short amount of time. We understand what is my true purpose? What do I need to be working towards? We understand that, right, it's actually a matter of priorities, not a matter of time allocation. I understand I've been a lazy piece of shit. What can I delete out of my day? So your actionable steps off this video: audit your day. I want you to write down your day on your notes page from the time you get up, the action of what you do next, all the way through. Obviously, you're going to block these out. It's not going to be like minute by minute, 'cause it'll take forever. It'd be like more like, there's probably going to be like 10 lists from getting up to going to bed. And just look, what can I actually delete out? What is this bullshit task that someone has put on me? Whether it's your partner, whether it's work, whether it's fucking society, whoever's put this bullshit task on you, question and think, why do I actually do that? Like, I'm only on this earth for a short amount of time. What do I actually want to do? What aligns with my true purpose? And just structure everything in that way. You'll be a lot happier when you start doing this. I can speak from experience. All I do is wake up. I make fucking videos. I do check-ins. I check the guys are on track. I train myself. I do Muay Thai. And I can do more learning. My life's fucking brilliant because I just aligned everything to my true core purpose because I just actively made the decision to. And you can too. I'm just a tiny bit further along in the process of doing this and living a better life than you are. I'm not saying my life is better than yours. It's relative to what we think is a better life. Obviously, okay, but all I'm saying is I've just actively made the choice. I'm a few steps ahead and I'm just showing you, you can do this too. Audit your day and then delete as much as you can that doesn't align with your core purpose. And remember, going back to it, your purpose layer may be, I need to get in shape so I can teach my kids to have a healthier life, so they grow up to be healthier, stronger, higher testosterone, so they fucking dominate and continue my bloodline. They make money, they have more children, my name carries on, and then it repeats the process. So actually getting in shape would serve my core purpose right now, so I can continue my bloodline. And there will be loads of little intricate things that come to you for your purpose. If I reflect back on my life, I needed to go to Dubai to learn how to get sick results, to get good physique transformation results. Was it my overall core purpose? No, but it was a part of the process because if I never went there, I wouldn't have that skill. Then my purpose was go to the Middle East on a contract to do this because I need to stack up some money so I can have a skill. And lo and behold, I actually put the people in front of me that I needed to help. Then I got rid of that layer of my purpose. Now the next layer of my purpose is get as many fucking transformations and help as many people as possible over this year so I can show that I'm good at what I do and I'm worth investing in. And then we scale that to help even more people. And then we go again, and then it'll go from physique transformation to, I don't know, maybe mindset shit. But I won't know this until I uncover each layer of purpose. The path illuminates as we walk it. That's a beautiful thing about life. You just uncover a layer, oh, right, this is what I should do next. But you'll never see that from all the way back here. You can't pre-plan your life out from today to where your purpose is going to be. And I wouldn't, don't intend to, you'll stress yourself out trying to do it. Just uncover this layer of purpose. But remember, think, what would you do if I had all the money? Boys, I hope this was useful. I hope this has created an insight, and I hope you fucking find time in your day to achieve your goals, which you actually want to do, because that's what you want to do with your short time on this earth. That's sacred to you. Only you should decide what you do with this sacred amount of time on this beautiful thing that is called life. See you in the next video.